Hey, what's up everybody? Flashwing here from Phoenix, Arizona. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Arizona California vlogger meet last weekend. There was some additional commentary that I wanted to provide kind of after the fact. I was pretty beat from riding all day. I think by the time I was done it was a little over 400 miles. So it was quite a lot of riding, but it was a lot of fun. So some brief notes about the event. So it was really great to meet a lot of both the local vloggers, and it was also a huge pleasure to be able to meet I Am Ramekin and and see her again. As you guys know who have subscribed to my channel, I met her briefly back in, I think it was October, when she came out for a stunt event out here in Phoenix. So really great to see Jessica again. But this is the first time that I had the opportunity to ride with both of them, and it was really a lot of fun. The day was pretty challenging. Up north the weather was kind of cold, and I seem to have an issue where I can either ride warm or I can ride comfortable with all the layers on and carrying a bag, and that really kind of adds to the difficulty of being able to move on the bike, and just the additional weight. So there were really no problems to speak of. Probably the only real issue was the chain on the R1 is kind of getting at the end of its life, and the ride out to Prescott Valley was pretty fast-paced, and so the chain stretched pretty considerably by the time we got out there. But no big deal. Yamaha provides a fantastic toolkit with the bike, so if you're on the road, I was able to break the rear axle loose and to make some eyeball adjustments to the chain, so it worked out okay at the end, and that did not interrupt my ride for the rest of the day. Reviewing some of the footage, interestingly enough, even though we didn't really have a very fast pace, which was perfectly fine. I know the previous years we've been plagued with having people wreck. So this year was no wrecks, no tickets. So it was definitely good that you know, we kept a very leisurely pace, which is perfectly fine. So one of the difficulties that I had, that I noticed while I was looking at some of the footage, was the rear tire on the R1 is pretty much toast, and I've got a set of Q3s in my garage that I'm waiting to put on, but I was having some real problems negotiating the flat spot on the back of the rear tire. I'm watching my footage and I'm noticing I'm teeter-tottering between different lean angles, and I think a lot of that problem was because I was either on the flat spot not turning enough, or I was off the flat spot and turning too much. And so I kind of noticed a couple of spots, and you guys may be able to spot those as well. But you know, just any additional turning experience that I can get on white spars and Yarnell is always a welcomed experience. It's such a great road. Probably one of the best, if not, depending on your perspective, the best roads to ride at a fast pace in Arizona. But we did later on, with the second set of footage that you guys will see, when we went up Mingus Mountain to Jerome. Mingus is also a really incredible road, and thankfully the state fixed it a couple of years back. It was severely washboarded, and even at a very slow pace, going over some of those washboards was really dangerous. So let's see, what other kind of cool stuff did we have? Lunch was really good in Prescott, and I had a chance to talk with Nicky a little bit more one-on-one, which is great. It was all off camera, so It was just some idle chit chat. But I had a few of you ask me both about her and about I Am Ramekin. You guys were curious about, you know, what kind of people they were in person, and both of them were very nice, very cordial, very appreciative of everything in terms of the event coordination and everybody's warm welcome and greeting. My only regret of the entire weekend is I did not have more opportunities to hang out with them and some of the local vloggers too. It was really great to meet M750 for the first time. Anthony Miller was another guy that I got a chance to meet. So just a really great opportunity to start meeting some of the local vloggers. We really have a great community here. Very diverse people with diverse bikes, different vlogging styles. Really great. So it was a lot of fun. It was a real thrill to meet everybody. There is one thing about meeting I Am Ramekin and Nicky Winches as well that I haven't seen anybody talk about, and I'm going to preface this with the fact that this is by no means reflects anything on either of those two. This is a personal observation about me. When I watch vlogs, especially because you have to figure I Am Ramekin's been vlogging since 2010, and Nicky Winches has been vlogging at least for over a year. There's a lot of material to watch, and they talk about different things in their personal life, things that they're doing, you know, challenges and victories and things about their bikes and all sorts of stuff. So while vlogging doesn't encompass their entire life, obviously, you do kind of get a decent glimpse into the kind of people that they are and the kind of things that they deal with, different mindsets and so on. So you kind of develop the same kind of a sense of a person as you would if they were a friend of yours. And to some extent, you can't help but feel a little bit of a friendship bond with some of these people, because, you know, we all share the love of riding bikes, and some of us have different challenges in our lives or things that happen to us that we can relate to. So, but you have to think about any experience that you've had when you've met someone that you've only talked to over the phone or over the internet. When you meet this person, I mean, it is kind of surreal, because there's this person that you previously, you know, spoken to from a distance, and now you're seeing them and speaking to them in real life, you know, real life interaction face to face. But you still have a sense of who they are, and they know you. And I think that's the key, is, you know, I've watched I Am Ramekin's stuff pretty considerably, and it was really strange in my head to meet him and he didn't know who I was. And I had to kind of remind myself a couple of times not to take it personally, because, you know, this guy, of course I Am Ramekin doesn't know who I am. And that's the point, is I'm a small channel. I mean, it would have been great if I would have met him and he would have said, "Oh, hey, I've watched your stuff, you're pretty good." I would have been floored. But that was not a realistic expectation whatsoever, because there's a lot of vloggers out there, you know, probably there's hundreds if not thousands. So it was a really strange mental experience seeing this person and Nicky Winches too, seeing both of these people who I feel like I have a connection with, and I feel like I have some sense of knowing them, and they didn't know me. It was almost like encountering somebody with Alzheimer's. I don't know. And again, it wasn't because of anything with them. I mean, they meet lots of people. They watch lots and lots of vloggers. But it was the first time in my life that I've ever met somebody that I knew that didn't know me. Very strange. But it was, you know, so if you guys ever meet any of the vloggers that are really popular and have been around for a while, you know, don't take it personally if you kind of feel like you're in your mind, you're expecting them to know you, because they probably won't, and that's okay. You know, you may be fortunate enough that they'll have seen your stuff and they can make comments about that, which would be awesome. So that was just one major observation, but both of them are great people, and it's really easy to see why they've become so successful, because of how personable they are, and it was a lot of fun. And it was really great to be able to put, you know, a face-to-face interaction with somebody that I now, you know, I watch over YouTube. So but it was a great event. I do want to say thank you to Rebel Yell 91 and Cash Store 1, to Jeff and Glenn for organizing the event. It was a really good time. The ride was fantastic. I'm really curious to see where we're going to be next year. My guess is we'll probably be in California. Overall, just I really can't say enough. I mean, like I said, it was a tough day, and it was a real pleasure riding with Ducati, both there and back. So I don't know. I really can't say much more than that, guys. You know, keep an eye out for the second part of the footage. It's I'm kind of doing a little bit more of a raw footage compilation. I mean, it's not going to be very as exciting as the teaser video. And I do want to say thank you very much to everyone who has commented and shared the teaser video for the Arizona California meet. Thank you very much. I had a blast making that video. It was so much fun, and I was so excited to get it out to everybody. And it was a real thrill to see everybody respond just as positively to it as I did when I was making it. So thank you very much, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and cut it short today. So I really appreciate you guys riding with me today. Have a great weekend. Enjoy watching the footage as it comes out, and I'll talk to you next week, and we'll see you out there.